Satirical, welcome to the last day of the week, Thailand News Today. Thank you very much for joining us, and we've only got 6 more sleeps until Christmas Day this year, if that's an important day for you. Now, let's hope Santa's already in quarantine, because he's going to have a very, very busy day and night on Thursday night, so he's going to have to be out by then. In the meantime, let's get stuck into today's main news stories. Whilst the CCSA are having another inquiry into shortening the 14-day quarantine period on entering Thailand, some of the top epidemiologists are warning against opening too soon to general tourism. Now that health officials have started a 1-month study to determine if the mandatory quarantine period can be cut down to 10 days, senior doctors are again warning health officials to stick with the 14-day quarantine period. They say reducing the mandatory quarantine period could lead to more local transmissions and possibly another outbreak. There's been a battle in the past 3 months between the TAT and tourism officials on one side, demanding the quarantine time to be shortened or scrapped, whilst health and medical officials are countering the economic needs with the harsh realities of the impact of COVID in other countries. A satirical fashion show has led to 2 protesters, one just 16 years old, to be charged with the country's lése majesté laws. Both of them attended the People's Runway rally on Silom Road back in October. One was dressed in traditional Thai dress and is accused of mocking a royal consort, while the other wore a crop top, allegedly mimicking some unroyal attire captured in the past. Section 112 of Thailand's criminal code prohibits insulting or defaming the royal family. Breaking the law carries a punishment of 3 to 15 years in prison. More than 24 activists involved in recent pro-democracy rallies, including several protest leaders, are facing charges under the draconian law. Back in June this year, the Thai PM told the media that His Majesty the King had expressly requested officials not to use the lése majesté laws. The Thai government said at the time that they could use the computer crime laws instead. Officials are considering cancelling the next phase of the tourism stimulus package after many cases of fraud, over 200, have emerged. To date, over 200 people have been prosecuted for corruption in the domestic travel campaign, as well as in other government stimulus schemes. The Tourism Authority of Thailand says that in conjunction with the Tourism and Sports Ministry, it's filed a police report against more than 500 hotels and other businesses. The discovery of the fraud cases has prompted officials to postpone the addition of another 1 million discounted hotel rooms, a decision that's already impacted bookings for the New Year period. But Nation Thailand's reporting that the We Travel Together program may end up dropped altogether. PM Prayut Chan-o-cha says that he's furious over the reports of corruption, ordering the authorities to punish those involved. Thailand's received plaudits from the World Health Organization, who have heaped praise on the kingdom for its early control of the coronavirus. Unity between Thailand's public and social sectors, healthcare workers, local organisations and individuals has been key to tackling COVID-19, according to the World Health Organization. The WHO Director General Tedros was speaking yesterday at an online address to Thailand's National Health Commission when he made his remarks. According to him, unity between all sectors in the country, coupled with strict health and safety measures, has helped Thailand fight off the spread of the disease. Meanwhile, Thailand's health minister is warning that the war against the pandemic is far from over, pointing out that until the widespread administration of a vaccine, health measures such as social distancing and mask wearing will have to function as social vaccines. And the sale and distribution of alcohol, even at parties, has been banned between Saturday 6 p.m. and Sunday 6 p.m, all in aid of the elections for the country's provincial administration organisations. Unless you're Thai, you don't need to worry about the voting, although the alcohol ban will affect everyone who lives in the kingdom. Having a party or a wedding on the day? No problem, as long as there's no alcohol. Violators of the ban could end up in jail for 6 months and/or fined 10,000 baht. The reminder of the ban has provided plenty of warning and time to stock up for the 24-hour ban if it's going to impact you. And even though the ban has been standard practice for provincial elections, it seems to have caught many foreigners off guard who believe the ban shouldn't apply to them. The online response has been broadly critical of the government policy, particularly among the expat communities. You can read some of their responses, some quite amusing, at thetiger.com. Well, that's all the main stories for Thailand News Today for another week. It's going to be a funny 2 weeks coming up. People having days off and public holidays and Christmas Day, New Year's Day. Anyway, we will battle on because the news doesn't take a holiday and we need to provide you with all the latest news out of Thailand. In the meantime, have a fantastic weekend. Please don't forget to subscribe and we do look forward to seeing you again next week.